Here we go. It's the first song. This one's called Before.
Come and change everything. What looked good in the winter don't look good no more. Forget about me and everything that came before. Open your heart before you make that choice. Say, oh, you're just a child. Lucky red 9 with a beautiful voice. Memories I've kept from before. From before. from before. from before. Only another day, only another day.
What else you got for me, guys?
Well, we're going to hit you up with another song called Song for Love. Nick titled that one. I guess it's about love.
Or songs.
Yeah, or songs, one or the other. Nick's a francophone, so we're not entirely sure if he knows what it means either.
Sitting in the sun, blowing smoke and talking shit for no reason. Still I'm happy to be out, disconnected from the scene at the hotel. I'm looking forward to a time when my mind is not so easily scattered. Thinking back to the days when your love was all that mattered. Look so fake, I can't believe it's not real mountains. Oh, the postcard illusion is seducing me to consider my options. No, the road is not a home, but it suits me like a friend or a lover. It's a chance to convalesce in a van, drink some beer and recover. There is no one here, you cannot compare me. You cannot compare me. You cannot compare me. There is no one here, I let you down. So it sounds, I let you down. So it sounds. Soon I'll find a place, rent a box, and put some stuff in it. Until then I'll glorify all my vices and just roll with the punches. Oh, the moral of the story almost always ruins every word in it. Sometimes the learning's in the losing, and you're better off just burning some bridges. There is no one here, you cannot compare me. You cannot compare me. You cannot compare me. There is no one here, I let you down. So it sounds, I let you down. So it sounds,
Song of Love by Plants and Animals here on listener-powered KEXP. It's a treat to have you guys here today. I'm glad you were able to make it in.
Yeah, it was a close call.
Well, thank goodness you should have never gone back home after South by Southwest. We should have just kept you here in America, and none of this would have happened.
It's true. Us and our lousy T-shirts.
Consarnate merch, ruining everything. So you're out on the road right now in support of your new album, The End of That. When you guys go into the studio to make a record, are you one of these bands that has everything pretty meticulously mapped out, or do you flesh out a lot of it while you're actually in the recording process?
Well, a bit of both, really, on this record. We tried to work on the songs considerably more than we had in the past.
Mm-hmm.
But then you get in the studio and they take on a bit of a different form when you start hearing them back in kind of a new light. So then you start retweaking things and starting to pull and push things and put them into place. So yeah, a little bit of both, I think.
Mm-hmm. Does doing a certain degree of development in the studio, does that create any challenges when it comes time to then translate things into a live setting?
In the past, yeah. I mean, we used to go off. I mean, on our other records, there was a lot more production in terms of, strings and horns and other things that we can't really do on the road. But this record was a lot simpler, and yeah, I mean, it's not something we really think about that much. Maybe we thought about it more on this one, but we wanted to record a record that sounded the same, in the studio and also on a stage. So it's something that we're getting closer to, I think.
Mm-hmm. Did you learn anything surprising about yourselves as a band while making this record?
I don't know.
Surprising. I don't know. We've been playing together for 10 years now. The surprises are getting fewer and fewer.
Oh.
But I don't know. I think we just got better at communicating with each other this time around.
One would hope that after 10 years.
Yeah, but it's funny how that works. You'd think it gets easier, but you kind of get set in your roles, and then things just kind of move forward, and it takes a lot to shake things up sometimes. So I think making this record, we were able to shake things up a little bit and maybe, get a little better at communicating and expressing our feelings to one another and holding hands more often.
I think it's the first time we made a record where we talked about the record we wanted to do before going in the studio, like as a band, and also like individually, like what everybody wanted, or at least we went further than other record in that conversation. So I think that helped a lot once we were in the studio to have like a certain goal to reach our objectives that we had as individual, but also as a band. And I think that sometimes is also confronting when you're in the studio under the pressure and they don't all go in the same place. But we found a way to make it work.
That's
we're
as
still
close to
alive
meticulous as we get, really.
Yeah, we're not. We can't really. We try to do things. We try to plan things out and try to execute them, and then they seem to have their own way of telling us how they're going to go. So.
Well.
Yeah.
Let the chips fall where they may. Can we hear a couple more songs?
Absolutely.
Yay. You're listening to Plants and Animals live on KEXP.
This one's called The End of That. Crashed out on a mat, and that was the end of that.
such a drag. All down in the dumps, man, moping and dragging my feet's coping with a life of luxury. Focus on my defeats and all the things it sucks to be. And like the great one said, it's a crock o' crap, it's a rat, and that was the end of that. Oh, oh. Wait, don't go. You distract me so, you make it so easy to hide in the scenery in your vintage jewelry, like some messed up bumblebee heading for the potpourri of the ladies' room. Wait, don't go home. You turn me on so with your bee sting lips and your pepper shaker hips, like a thread and a needle. We're just typical people. We're hoping to be friends, do cool stuff, and be equal. I think that's where it's at. Can we just say, hey, that, oh, was the end of that? It was the end of that. That, it was the end of that. Was the end of that? It was the end of that. Was the end of that? It was the end of that. Was the end of that? Yeah, was the end of that. Was the end of that? Oh, was the end of that? Was the end of that? Oh, was the end of that? Was the end of that? Oh, was the end of that? It was the end of that. Oh, was the end of that? Was the end of that? Was the end of that?
Plants and Animals with the title track from their new album, The End of That. Can we hear one more?
Let's do it. One more for the road. This one's called Lightshow.
I was cut open on the way down, reeling from the blow. You were there on the other line, in between the tears and the light show. I know. What a disappointment. I thought there'd be so much more, but all this talking is driving me insane. And I was told if I was to sing alone, forget about myself, 'cause we're all the same. Well, maybe I should change my point of view. It's easy in the morning, and I shaky in the afternoons. change my point of view. All this time we have together, yeah. It's desperation for everybody, yeah. It's wishful thinking for the whole human race and whoever.
Plants and Animals on KEXP. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming in and playing today.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
you.
We love
Thanks
coming
for
here.
having us.